World with Sports. And yeah, hey, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, depending on where you live. And yes, we got a lot to get into today. And yes, today is Tuesday, March the 3rd, also known as the day that the NFL franchise tag deadline is. Today, yes, that's right. Today is the deadline of the NFL's franchise tags. Today at 4 o'clock Eastern. So make sure let's see who will be doing, who will be making the franchise tag, who will they be tagging. And yes, I got my sign up saying that I'm on the air, and that's you on the air, everybody. We got a lot to get into. Let's get into it right away. We got a lot to get into. Like I said, you're at the franchise tag. Today is the day of the deadline on the franchise tag of the NFL. So there will be a lot of stuff I'll be working on today. I can say go ahead to my other state job, but my state job, the job that I currently work for, with the money that I make for now, I can say go ahead and fuck it. And say, hey, I'm here, I'm Sal, and I am the sports professor, the sports doctor. And yes, the doctor is in. And of course, you know the brains of this operation, Joey the Brain Man. Anyway, we got to get right into this. We got a lot to do. Like I said, we got the franchise tag. You had to deal with the aftermath of. And you do have the World Series, the World Baseball Classic coming up. Today is the World Baseball Classic. Team USA will take on the San Francisco Giants in a exhibition game today at 3 o'clock on ESPN. If you don't have the ESPN app like I do, make sure you do. And yes, last weekend was a great weekend for the WWE Elimination Chamber match. Roman Reigns won the men's Elimination Chamber. And for the ladies, it was, I can't think of who it was again. But give me a second. All right. Elimination Chamber results. Elimination Chamber. Here we go. She need to double check my results. And yes, like I said, Randy Orton won this past weekend. And of course, it would have been American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, but he got screwed. But he does have a match and he got screwed because of Drew McIntyre. And yes, this Friday night on SmackDown, there will be the title will be on the line against Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre this Friday night. And yeah, that's right. The ladies with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Bloody Ripley has punched her ticket to take on Jade Cargill at winning the Elimination Chamber this past weekend. We also have AJ Lee does take down Becky Lynch to win the Women's Intercontinental title, to win her next title in this decade. And of course, her husband, that we all know of, also CM Punk, he retained his title against Ben Ballard. Seth Rollins had to return. Seth Rollins returned as one of the masked men, helping Randy Orton win the chamber and screwing Cody Rhodes. But like I said, Cody Rhodes will have his redemption this Friday night against Drew McIntyre, thanks to the SmackDown general manager announcing that this past weekend during the after show of the Elimination Chamber this past weekend in Chicago, also known as the hometown of CM Punk as well. So yeah, we got that for you, and yes, we have MLB starting. We got Major League Baseball coming. We got college baseball as well. We got the Alabama taking on the Dogs of Georgia tonight at 5:30 on ESPN News. SEC Network, we got Tennessee and South Carolina. TCU and Texas Tech will be going on. Will be going off at 6 o'clock on FS1. Virginia will take on Wake Forest on the ACC Network at 6 o'clock. We got Clemson will be taking on the Tar Heels of North Carolina on the road on ESPN at 6. On Georgetown will take on St. John's. That is a 6 o'clock game, but that is going to be like the Peacock. If you don't have Peacock, you're out of luck, but make sure you do download that Peacock app and sign up to their subscriptions. They have monthly subscriptions. I think they're yearly. I know they got monthly for sure. Tulane will take on Miami of Ohio. ESPN Plus there. At 7, we got Florida taking on Mississippi State. On the cock again on the Peacock at 8. Illinois take on the Ducks of Oregon. Kansas will take on Arizona State at 8 o'clock at 8 p.m. tonight. Also at 8, we got on SEC Network Plus, we have Ole Miss taking on Vanderbilt. We got UCLA taking on Nebraska tonight at 10 o'clock, the late night game on FS1. And of course, we've got ladies softball going on. Let me make sure I get to the right one. But before I do, we do need to talk about we do have ladies college hoops going on tonight. We got 2 games underway right now. These are Austin Penny and Nicholas. They both in the second quarter. 8 minutes, 26 seconds, and 9 minutes and 22 seconds. They both on ESPN Plus. Let me just find the ones that are well known. And I don't see that many of those. Fresno State, New Mexico at 8 o'clock tonight. But that's all I can find that is at least San Diego State taking on Air Force at 5. On the men's side of college basketball, we got a good lineup tonight. Starting with the late night game at 10 o'clock on FS1. We got UCLA hosting Nebraska, number 9 Nebraska. Ole Miss will be hosting Vanderbilt at 24th. Vanderbilt at 8 o'clock on SEC Plus, SEC Network Plus. On FS1 at 8 o'clock, Arizona State will be taking on Kansas. Illinois taking on Oregon on Peacock. Florida will be taking on Mississippi State on SEC Network at 7 o'clock tonight. ESPN Plus at 6 o'clock. We got Miami of Ohio, who is still yet to lose a game with the perfect 29 win record against Toledo with a 16-13 record. St. John's is taking on Georgetown on Peacock. They got Clemson into the Tar Heels going at it at 6 on ESPN. Wake Forest. We got taking on Virginia on ACC Network. On the FS1, we got at 6 TCU and Texas Tech. We got Tennessee and South Carolina on the SEC Network at 5 o'clock. And got the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Georgia Bulldogs at 5:30 on ESPN News. And Alabama coming into that game with a 22-7 record, and Georgia coming in with a 20-9 record. And yes, and that is your college men's hoops. And I do, and we just wrapped up a few weeks ago the Winter Olympic Games. I want to congratulate all the winners, all the Olympic winners, gold, silver, and bronze, and of course everyone that had competed, and all the staff and volunteers that put on this year's Winter Olympic Games. Thank you for your help and services. And of course, we got the spring training baseball. We got 4 games going on. See, 3, 4, 5 games going on today. The Tampa Bay Rays will take on the Twins at noon, 5 afternoon, as well as the Philadelphia Phillies and the Rays of Tampa Bay. And this afternoon at 2:05, we got 2 games at 2:05 and 1 at 2:10. The 2:10 game is the Angels taking on the Mariners. We got the Dodgers taking on the Guardians. And that was on MLB TV. If you don't have the MLB TV app, make sure you do download the MTV app and subscribe. It's $210.99. $210.99 for the yearly subscription. And that does include the Milwaukee Brewers. If you don't want the Milwaukee Brewers, it's just a little less. We also got the White Sox taking on the Padres at 2:05. And this one of the things I want to bring up first in our first conversation. But first, I need to have my prime. Yes, I talk a lot for a living, and I need to keep myself hydrated with my prime. So make sure you go wherever you get your prime. I got the frozen berry, the berry freeze, and it's freezing good. And while you're watching me here, make sure you have other devices on, either ESPN or YouTube TV, and join me on one screen and the Pat McAfee show on the other. Pat McAfee is on right now. And yes, they are back in the original Indianapolis studios at the Thunderdome. We have talked NFL, of course, even though the games all been over. This past weekend, we just had the NFL Combine. And yes, Ty Simpson definitely showed up. And yes, I see him, and he should be predicted to go first round. I can see him maybe at the 2, or maybe within the top 5 of the NFL draft. I think it may go 2, be quarterback 1, quarterback 2. Quarterback number 1, of course, is Mendoza. And then Ty out of that. Francisco Mendoza at 1, and then Ty right out of that. And looks like we also have the Texas Titan, the Texas. Looks like the Texans of Texas, of Houston, Texas, has released their veteran safety Wade for $750,000. Talking about a trade, let me take to see what is that and what that adds to. Because we are this is the day of the like I said earlier at the top of the show. That today is Tuesday the 3rd, which is the day that the franchise tag will. This is the last day, the deadline of the franchise tag at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 Central, 1 Mountain, and out west in the Pacific area, that will be 1 o'clock. So yeah, that one has to do with something else. Actually, this is about release. A player being released. Jamin Wood was released yesterday for 75 $750,000 on its salary cap with the move. Actually, that's what the Houston saves that much money. Actually, so they can use this money for draft capital. We got the draft coming up in within weeks from now. We got today with the franchise tag deadline. We got that today. We're going to have the new season starting with the legal tampering period, and then the NFL draft. So yes, we got a lot on our plate. And yes, I will be doing my NFL draft special show all 4 days. Thursday, Friday, all 3 days. Thursday for round 1, 2 and 3 on Friday, and 4 through 7 on Saturday. I'll be doing all my shows all 3 days, breaking down the game, breaking down the entire draft. And of course, I'll be there. My girlfriend will be there. My girlfriend Kayla will be there as well. And of course, my boy Jeremy. And hey, I might even get my couple of guests on here. Maybe I might get a couple of friends that played in the NFL. I can see if I can get Brad Nortman, the punter of the Jags, and the former punter Bradley Nortman, the former punter of the Jaguars, and the okay, my mind going for a second there. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, Bradley Norman, you know that guy. The Jacksonville Jaguars, but anyway, we do have to talk about the fact that the NFL looks like the Falcons are going to be getting a 5th European game this year, this coming season. Perfect. And of course, according to Mel Kiper Jr., top standings from the NFL Combine, here are his 13 prospects. Right here, give you those 13 right now. We're gonna start with Mike Williams Jr., the running back of Arkansas, 6'1", 223 pounds. Out of Notre, and that's coming out, and he's not sure. So we got that, and then we got out of Tennessee, we got Chris Brenzel, the second wide receiver out of Tennessee, 6'4" at 198. So it looks like he can be pretty fast with that size and the weight. Well, the Georgia Bulldogs, we got wide receiver Zachariah Branch. 5'9", 177. Definitely, with this weight and height, he definitely has the body build of a wide receiver. We got offensive tackle out of Alabama, the Crimson Tide, Kalen Porter, with 6'7", 352 pounds. And let's see here. Damian Dennis Sultan, defensive end out of Penn State. He's 6'6" at 256 pounds. We got out of UCF, he's OLB, offensive line block, and offensive line block out of UCF. Height, he is 6'4", 253 pounds. He's the only 2 prospect in the edge rushing group, and run as fast as Lawrence. That is good. It's as long as it has a 40-yard, it has a 4.52 inch and the 40-yard dash, and he has jumped 40 inches as well. We got out of BYU, Brigham Young University, linebacker Jake Kelly, 240 pounds at 6'2". He had 66 tackles, 10 sacks, and 13.5 tackles for loss. We got Iowa linebacker Carson Shaw. He is 6'2" at 231 pounds. We got D'Angelo pounds out of Indiana. Definitely looking good with that, coming out of a perfect season with Indiana and his quarterback Mendoza. He's 5'9" at 182 pounds. Charles Giddams, line cornerback Stephen F. Austin, 193 pounds at 6'1". Kyle Lewis at safety and linebacker for Pittsburgh, 253 pounds at 6 foot even. Over the past 2 seasons, he had 183 tackles, 10 sacks, and 6 interceptions. We got Jake Kilgore, safety or snapper, one of those two. South Carolina, he's 6'1" at 210. Let's see here. He has a 4.4 second 40-yarder, 40-yard dash. Time tied with the 5th in the safety group. He was tied for 5th for the safety group. That is good. So pretty much any team there'll be a lot of teams that will be needing safeties coming up this season in the draft. In this year's draft class. We got Bud Clark at safety at TCU, 6'1", 188. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And this commercial break is going to be Michael and Kayla talking about fashion. We'll be right back. So, you are, Mama.
All right. Since he did his part of the sports side, so now we go ahead and do the part of the fashion side of the WWE. But my girl, Liv Morgan, was on WWE. That she was wearing a nice, gorgeous outfit. I like the outfit. I seen these 2 girls with Liv Morgan, but one girl was wearing a nice outfit. I like the outfit. But I was thinking dyeing my hair blue or purple, but I like the hair color, the style of the hair, how they did it. I want to learn more of that. So let me get some um, what's going on in the pop culture a little bit. Get you guys a little bit of pop culture. A little bit so that you guys can get to know what's going on. All right. Okay. Taylor Perry calls latest sexuality assault lawsuit and $70 million grab. Oh my god, that's not good. So Tyler Perry, who played Medea in one of those movies, wants the latest sexual assault by lawsuit against him all that stuff. So here it comes. I just want you guys a little snippet of that. So here comes the sports professor.
All right. Thank you, Caleb, for taking my commercial break, talking about the fashion industry. And again, thank you for Caleb for that commercial break. And yes, that commercial break is sponsored by Glenn Talk with Caleb. And, of course, good point. And Stanley, the Stanley Cup, not the Lord Stanley, this one. Yes, we love our Stanley Cup so much that Kayla will drink pretty much anything out of the hookup. I don't know if mine up with fine. And looks like we had a passing of the three. Oh, this is good. This is good. We got a 3-time gold medalist on the Pat McAfee show right now. Honey, can you pronounce her name, please? If you can.
And honey, explain stopping on your.
Yeah, sorry about the stopping. We got some. Sorry for my language. I can say one cuss word, the assholes. I'm dealing with that, but don't worry, I am moving in a couple of months to a new place. It's on a slab, so there's no basement. With the lady, with Glenn Talk herself. So we'll be live and we have a new setup. And we're also gonna have more podcasts because we'll have a lady back in a lot of fun. But we gotta get back into it. We got a lot of business to get down to. And this I am the sports. What did you say, honey?
Sports professor.
I used that name before. I'm the sports doctor. Remember my glam nose? Yes, I am the sports doctor, and the doctor is back in. We got to get into the NBA. Yes, we definitely got some NBA games going on. We had a wild weekend this past weekend as well. Let's look at the weekend first. This past Friday, we had overtime win for the Pistons, 122 to 119, 148 to 111 against the Celtics or against the Knicks. The Bucks lose it 98 to 127 this past Friday night, as well as 124 to 105 Grizzlies over the Mavs on the road. And yes, my question is, I'd like to know what's going on with Cooper Flag. He was a top overall pick for the NBA draft. I gotta check him out and check what his stats are like. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about Cooper Flag, and is he playing up to his contract or not? Just like Jordan Love has been doing. We know Jordan Love has been playing, but not up to his contract. We'll talk about Jordan Love and his contract a little bit later. For now, we go back to these scores from the past weekend, starting Friday. And overtime, the Thunder prevailed at home, 127 to 121 against the Nugs. And this past Saturday, we had the Lakers win 129 against the Warriors. Without Stephen Curry, of course, he didn't play. At 109, the Rockets lose to the Heat on the road, 115 to 110. 115 to 105. The Jazz win 140. The Wizards lose 125 to 124 at home. The Pelicans beat the Jazz on the road 115 to 105. And now, Saturday, the Lakers win 128 104. You basically know the scores of those games. Pelicans win, Thunder win, Celtics win, you pretty much know that. And of course, the Bucks lost to 97 to the Bugs. as well. And then, of course, yesterday you had the Rockets take down the Wizards. The Bucks that won with 81 against the Celtics at home. The Nuggets 128 to 125 against the Jazz, and the Clippers taking out the Warriors in San Francisco 114 to 101. There was one thing I definitely want to bring up. I never thought this would ever happen, and I didn't mean ever happen in an NBA game. Oh, and it's the Wizards game. Trae Young was now playing the other night, and yet he was ejected from the bench ahead of that game. Why would somebody? Why I don't get. Why would they? I get the rules. I get the rules of the NBA. Trae Young got ejected in the Wizards game, and yes, he was not even playing. He was not even dressed. He was in his street clothes, and he got ejected from the game. I never seen a player that was not playing that night, playing and dressed to play, and yet that he got ejected. I never seen a player like that. I never thought that anything like that would freaking happen on a game. And that was the Monday last night, the other night's game. The one when the Rockets lost to the visiting Wizards, lost the 123-118 game. Yeah. And with that, the Wizards star Trae Young on his first ejection with the team before making his debut. And that was before his even debut with the team. And yes, says he Young, the ejection came hours after announced on social media that he was, but he will make his Wizards debut on Thursday night at home against the Utah Jazz. Definitely looking forward to that, and there's going to be definitely some heated discussions going on. I won't be surprised if they had a lot of that kind of discussions on this morning on Sports Night with Aaron Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman. If you didn't watch that, make sure you hear that back on the Wisconsin On Demand app, as well as the ESPN app. Yes, Young was ejected when he was walking onto the court and complained to an official during a confrontation between the Rockets' Tyrese Edson and Washington's Jamal Wilkins. Edson was also, and of course, ejected as well as Trae. It says Young made a light of the incident on X. If you did see that, saying not to expect too many more ejections during this Wizards career. His Wizards career. So I hope this is one of very few ejections he's going to have. And hoping this is the only one he's going to have when he's not playing in the game and when he's wearing street clothes. And of course, like I said, he will have his first game in action this Thursday night. I'm going to keep my eye on that game this Thursday as well. And I do apologize for I haven't done my shorts lately for Darren Sports, but I will get back into that. But there's definitely going to be some talk about that. I'm not going to be talking on KBN. For sure, I know there'll be talk about it on Jim Manamami as well. And who knows about if you check out Jane Gaming Chewy, I bet they have that too. Oh, looks like we got something from the Black Mambos. We all know about the Black Mambos from Kobe Bryant. Okay, I'll read more into this, and I'll put out a story on this. I'll put out an article out with this piece. And it looks like Stephen Curry is sidelined with a lingering knee issue. Yes, he has been having that issue for quite a while. And it looks like LD of the Grizzlies will be having yet another surgery on his ankle. So let's see how long he's gonna be out this time around. And yes, he will have a full recovery. Okay, he was sidelined. He's been sidelined for quite a while. He was sidelined last year on this December the 7th. But it looks like he has been out for quite a while. And yeah, he's gonna be out again with this surgery coming up. So if you have him in your fantasy teams, you might want to change. You might want to pick somebody. You might want to drop him and pick somebody else. For you to get any points on that. Okay, we definitely got to talk about. Okay, yes, that and looks like check it. Okay, according to my sources, with the Texans have acquired David Montgomery and trade the Lions. Now, as of yesterday, David Montgomery is in the trade with the Lions offensive line. Jewish Juice Surges, as well as 2 draft picks. I gotta look at my homework and see what draft pick, and if it's this year or the next. If it's one this year, one next year, or is it gonna be both this year? I think it's gonna be both this year because I know the Lions always jump to their chances when it comes to the draft picks. In fact, let me go and see what I got from my insiders today. From starting with Pete Thamel, the senior college insider. Looks like within the last couple of hours, the Kentucky athletic director Mitch Barnhart is expected to retire. An announcement is expected in the near future. He has been with the Kentucky athletic director. He was Kentucky's athletic director for the past 24 years. And he also got news from Pete Thamel that Mississippi State is finalizing a deal to make a long-time coach, Philip Montgomery, the new wide receiver coach and assistant head coach for offense. He brings executive experience from MSU and head coach Jeff Labrie. And their time when the 2 of them were coaching together at Baylor. And of course Montgomery is former head coach at Tulsa as well. And of course their experiences with SEC in 2023 with Auburn. Okay, thank you, Pete, for that news, for that insight. Okay, I'll do that one in a sec. According to Sean Shawania with the NBA Insider, you have free agency going on. Looks like the free agent guard Tyus Jones has agreed to sign with the Denver Nuggets. His agent Kevin Bradbury on Left Sports Management tells ESPN, and of course me, a veteran point guard, and baller to fill in for the Nuggets backcourt. They definitely need that, especially with that vacancy in the backcourt. What again? Right here, I mentioned this already about. Okay, here's something we got to talk about. Giannis is back. Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks is back as of last night after being out for 5 weeks with a right calf string. So let me go and see how well he did in his stats. Then I'll go back to my insiders, to my sources. So let me see here. Yesterday, of course, the Bucks did not do well with the loss. It was 81 points. Let's see here. Giannis only had 19 points. He was 7 for 18 in field goals. And foul attempts, it was 5 for 7 for points. For rebounds, he had 7 drops and 4 for assists. So yeah, Giannis did not get much with that low scoring game last night against the Celtics at home. But hey, the Celtics has been good. In fact, the record, the Bucks are 26 and 34, way under the 500 mark, and the Boston Celtics are way above, are 21 games above 500 right now. In fact, let's look at some standings. On the top, and yes, even though the Bucks are under 500, they are under the line of the Eastern Conference, which means they would not make the cut right now if the season ended today, or it had ended. But we got a good little ways to go. They are 19 and a half games back. So yeah, they need to get some wins, big time wins, and have some help from the league with the rest of the teams. And we need help from the Charlotte, Atlanta, Miami, Orlando. Sorry for that coughing from my lady. We got the 76ers, we got Toronto, we got Cleveland, we got New York, the New York Knicks, we got Boston and Celtics, and they got the Detroit as well for the Eastern Conference. So yes, right now Milwaukee is under right at number 11, and they are yet to get close to a playoff game. More likely they probably would get a playing game, which means they would have to play a game just to get into the playoffs. Okay, I believe I did get today's games. Yes, I did. Thanks for making sure of that. Mm-hmm. And of course, we got some hockey going on. We got the Penguins taking on the Bruins tonight at 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus. Golden Knights will take on the Silpins as well, same time, same channel, ESPN Plus at 6. As well, at 6 o'clock, we got the Panthers taking on the Devils at 6 o'clock, and they will be on simulcast on HBO Max and TNT. We got the Cowboys taking on the Mayhem, if that's how you see it. But they are taking, and I do apologize if I did not pronounce the team correctly. 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus as well. Same with the Blue Jackets taking on the Predators. Yeah, I might need to check this one out. Not just because I like the team, but y'all know Nick Saban is a part owner of the Predators as well. Being an Alabama fan, being from Alabama, I would like to check out the Predators where they are at. But one of my favorite teams besides them is the Anaheim Ducks. And y'all know that's and one of the reasons why because they did a couple of movies using that mascot for the Mighty Ducks movies. And I think there's another one coming out, I think, but I got to look into that. There is the Blue Jacket, the Black Hawks on the Jets at 7 o'clock on ESPN Plus. We got the Flames taking on the Stars at 8 as well, also on the Plus of ESPN. The Senators would take on the Oilers at 8. We also have another simulcast game, HBO, TNT, and True TV. The Lightning will be taking on the Wild at St. Louis Wild at 8:30. Will Michelle Smallman of St. Louis be there? There's only one way to find out. We got the Ducks of Anaheim hosting the Avalanche at 9 o'clock for the late night game on ESPN Plus as well. And of course, we also at the same time, ESPN Plus at 9, also on ESPN Plus. We got the Sharks taking on the Canadiens. And yes, I am looking forward to with hockey being back because we just within a week or two prior to the Olympic Games, the Winter Olympic Games closing for the year for the next 2 years until the next set of games will be. And let me know, what do you think about Team USA hockey, men's and women's? Let me know in the comments of this replay, of this live. And yes, I am working on some more guests to come on my show. That's right, I'm working on getting Wade and with the Damn Sports Show, I'm going to have their host, Wally. And yeah. So about that, Wally, I think it's Cody. But anyway, I want to have Wally and his co-host on Down Sports. We'll be sending updates for that, so make sure you stay tuned on the live streams as well as my shorts and of course on my social platforms. I am on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, all social platforms. And make sure, and I do have a link to the app, the Down Sports. So make sure you tap that Down Sports link to all my platforms. If you have an issue going to the TikTok, you can contact my friend Jimmy. Will give you his email, and he can help you out to get you to the public TikTok account. And that in. I'm also working on another host, another guy that I'm having on. His name is Wade Bates. I'll be looking forward to having him on as well. That's it. Yeah, it's Wally and Charlie of the Daily Sports Show. It's Wally and Charlie of the Daily Sports Show I'm working on right now. We're going to work on ESPN Radio, Madison, thanks to our boy Ashton. For having me getting this stuff set up. And I'm going to work on getting Mark Tauscher on and much more. And I will definitely talk to my friend and champion of curling, Matthew Hamilton. Yes, the man with the mustache. And of course, I would love you're gonna love Matt. We all love Matt Hamilton as well. And I'm also going to be adding even more guests coming on. I'm gonna have KBN joining the show. You heard of KBN, Kyle Wallace, Brad Notman, and Ben Bush. Yes, Ben Bush. We all know him from the famous half court shot that he made against Michigan back in the day. And of course, Brad Notman, who played for the Wisconsin Badgers as well, football punter for the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars as well. So I'll be looking forward to having those guys on as well. And I really like my friend Alex Rowe got engaged, so congratulations to him. And yes, he cannot even do a bench press. So I will retweet my friend Alex Stroh, also known as Mr. Irrelevant, trying to do a bench press and not doing well with that. Of course, not like him, I can actually bench 135 pounds easily, not like he can. But anyway, we got to get back to it. Let's get back to actual sports talk. Okay, we got to wrap this show up. Actually, because my boy Jeremy needs to have it hot out at 12:30. But I will be doing some more of these coming up. So I'll give you one last thing. Let's see here. We do have. Make sure you check out my Cowboy Junior's mock draft. I will have my mock draft coming out as well. And make sure you check out all the podcasts that I put out there that I'm into. And you know which ones I'm talking about. I listened to 21 Questions. I listened, which was great, with Madison. And I listened to, and then of course I did Audrey and Jeremy, the name 2. Until next time, I'm done with what I am. Sports Doctor. Until then, make sure you are working properly and see y'all next time. Enjoy your sports weekend. We're going to do some college basketball and stuff like that within the rest of the week on another episode in my short. So until then, enjoy your week in sports. And hey, the Sports Doctor is out and have a great. See you next time.